What is going on, guys? Just want to respond to some of the questions that I got. And the first one being, what pumps do I recommend? Which ones do I think are the best? As you guys know, as I've always said before, and in the pictures that I've sent and the recommendations that I have, it's always been about the Lil Love penis pumps. In my opinion, they are the best. I think they are the GOAT when it comes to pumps, in my opinion, just because number one, price. A lot of people always get hung up on price, like I can't invest in it, it's too expensive, how much should I be paying, blah, blah, blah. The beauty of getting the Love pumps is that they are priced in what I believe to be a decent price range, and they're super durable, man. Like I got 4 different cylinders that I bought from the Love, and the gun itself that I use to pump with, all that good stuff, like comes with the gauge. If you want add-ons, all the different accessories you could possibly want when it comes to penis pumping, you get from Lil Love penis pumps, which is codydistributing.com, if I'm not mistaken. I'll be sure to put the link in the description. Along with, if you guys do want to extend, which is something that I've been getting questions like, hey, what I do for length, what I do for length. Like I said before, I got the Epic extender and I freaking love that. And I want to make full episodes about it. But just been swamped, been working crazy hours, like insane hours. And that's kind of the main reason why I haven't been able to respond to all the different inquiries and questions that I got. Again, if you do want to lose weight, right, and you do want to work on making your your penis bigger, be sure to get at me. We'll talk about the plans. You can register below, or if you just want a consultation for 30 minutes, you can do that as well. Right. And again, if you have any questions, reach out via the DMs on Instagram and we can talk more from there. All right. Now getting back to it, as far as penis pumps goes, I myself, I roll the Love pumps, like I've said before, because I think they're money. Bang for your buck, durable, solid product. It's worked out very well for me. I'm very happy. And they got the size chart, which is something that's very important that I mentioned before as well. And like I said before, the accessories and the fact that you can get different guns that go with your pump. You got all the different cylinders. You got all the different things that you will need, and even some stuff that you probably won't. But you might as well just grab whatever you need from one spot. That's why I like it. That being said, though, Kaplan pumps are awesome as well. High product, high caliber. You are going to pay more money for it, though, right? And that's kind of the biggest difference. LA pump as well. They got all different types of exotic, different cylinders. They got the stuff that you can pump your balls and your dick at the same time, right? And as you guys know, like I did try ball pumping. Not really a fan, man. Not really my thing. And I don't really care for having the biggest nuts on earth. But I do talk to some of you guys that reach out and you tell me more about why you do it, why you like it. And I see it more as almost like a fetish type thing. Do I think it's beneficial? Possibly, but I think it's more about the aesthetics, right? Like ultimately, like if you want bigger nuts for whatever reason, you can always go down that route. In my case, I am working with the ball stretcher, right? And I do use that. And the biggest thing that I think I gain from it, be sure to check out jelk2gain.com, jelk2grow.com, excuse me, for the ball stretchers, as that's where I got hooked up by my boys there. And honestly, I've been using it pretty religiously, and I have noticed that, the gains, it has increased. And I don't know why my wife kind of likes some chimpanzee hanging low balls, or she has mentioned like she just thinks it looks dope. I don't know why. I do like it too. I just like the look. I think it looks sick. Versus, the big kind of inflated balls. Like that's not my thing, but there's some guys that reach out to me, talk to me, and they tell me like, hey, I love it. And, why not have the full package, which I understand as well, right? Like it's one of those things where I feel like whatever it is that you're into when it comes to PE, whatever realm you want to explore, do it, man. Like that's your thing, right? You want to work more on length, you want to work more on girth, you want to work more on, the size of your nuts versus, the length of them. I'm more length, right? Like that's kind of what I'm working on. So again, do what you want in the way that you want, right? And don't stop until you've reached your goals. Anyways, I'm going back to the different types of pumps, right? The electric pumps, I do not use them because it just makes a lot of noise, kind of the compressor and shit. So that's not my cup of tea. But it is effective. It works well. It does the job and it's hands free. So why not? If you have a place where you got the privacy for it, I highly suggest you get one of those, man. You don't have to cramp up your hand. Like sometimes it takes longer. So that's kind of the biggest benefit from the pumps that actually come with the electric motor or motorized pumps. I don't know how you phrase it right now. Sorry, guys. I've been working. I'm still at work right now, but I wanted to make sure I could answer these questions because I've been getting a lot of DMs, and again, a lot of guys are reaching out. And the other question that I wanted, so yeah, the Love Pump. That's my go-to. That's what I recommend. That's what I like, and that's what I would roll with if I had to choose all over again. All right. The other thing that I had, or the other question that I got was just how do I get a better seal, right? And the one thing that's understated and that you guys totally got to make sure you take advantage of, well, not take advantage of, but just like make sure you implement it into your pumping routine or protocol is shave those damn pubes. Like this guy I was talking to, I was just like, bro, like the main reason why I think you're not getting the seal that you want is probably because you got too much hair, right? And lo and behold, he went, he shaved, and he told me about it. And he's like, bro, the seal was unreal. I'm like, I told you, man. Like if you got too much of that, if your pubes look like the head of my hair right now, then it's time for you to get a trim, man. Trim it down, you will get a way better seal. The other thing that you should pay attention to as well, which is like, bro, this is like base level stuff that you got to make sure you are implementing into your pumping routine / protocol is make sure you lube it up, right? The lubrication will actually provide a better seal, right? So you're always better off doing that and having that there as well. And the other thing too that I wanted to address, right, in this conversation that we were talking, which is something that I think other people probably think about as well, is just like, if you don't want that crazy expansion, well, it's not that you don't want the expansion from the base, but what I'm basically alluding to here is that you don't want the skin from your scrotum to be sucked in, right? Which is something that does happen naturally. And that's kind of why the base always expands faster. I would recommend just kind of, tugging back, especially for you guys that are uncircumcised like myself. You want to make sure you kind of pull that foreskin back as much as you can, right? So the greatest way, and something that I've implemented and been experimenting with, has been using the ball stretcher while I pump, because it just forces me to pump more shaft and get that skin out, because that skin will expand a whole lot faster, which is why the ball pumper dudes will see that crazy expansion inside of, shouts out to my boy Matt with the ball pumper / pumping in the freaking Bullmaster, which is ridiculous. You are ridiculous, Matt, but I love it because that shit is crazy, right? And the way that I go about it, like I told you guys before, I'm looking to get the shaft, right? I'm looking to get the actual penis, like the glands, that good stuff. I want the expansion to happen there more than anything. Like I was telling the gentleman, if you find that, you're just getting that crazy expansion at the base, but, it's not really evenly distributed in the rest of your shaft, and then you just get that crazy expansion immediately there, and then it's kind of like, oh, the rest of it's kind of uneven, getting air pockets, all that kind of stuff. Try that out. And lo and behold, he did, obviously combined it with the gelatin that I always recommend as well. And again, like, when it comes to gelatin, and I've read the forums, I've looked at all the stuff that different people have talked about, and I get it. It is dangerous. But the main reason why it's so bloody dangerous is that too many people are going at it with that death grip. Like, yo, relax, man. And again, this goes back to porn. Excessive porn watching, excessive jerking. Edging versus jerking is not the same thing. Usually when it comes to jerking, you have no self-control. That's why you bust your nut at the end of every session. Whereas when you jelk, you understand the sensations. You're able to lay off. You're able to de-stress, and you will actually last longer when you're having sex, versus being stressed out in an anxious state, just waiting to come. Like, you shouldn't be in a rush to bust nuts, my guy. Like, you want to slow it down. You want to make sure you enjoy it. When it comes to sex, man, like that is what bad sex looks like. And again, all you guys that are watching porn, put that garbage away. And I'm not talking like from a holier than thou perspective. I'm not trying to be pious here. I'm just trying to be honest and letting you guys know that stuff literally rots your mind and will actually change the neural circuitry inside of your brain, right? Like, the neural pathways will be, basically, your brain will organize it in a way that will be non-conducive to your well-being if you watch it excessively. Dopamine, what's the other one? Endorphin release, all that stuff will be altered from the excessive porn watching. So my guy, just put it down. Do not look at it. When the Instagram big booty Latina models pop up, do what I do, put not interested, right? And try not to even look at it for more than 5 seconds, because that algorithm will pick up on it and be like, oh, you like this shit. So I always try to make sure I look at it, I'm like, boom, not interested. I don't want it, right? So something to keep in mind, right? But in this case, like I told this gentleman, I'm like, light jelks, right? Light jelks. You're not doing anything too crazy. No death grip. You want to make sure you slowly alternate. It's more of a massage. That's my style right now, guys. Like, I'm not even going for even a 60% erection level. I'm going for like 40 to 55, right? Like, I just want to be able to move the blood around, and I've never got a hard flaccid, never suffered from it. So I highly recommend you give that a shot from that perspective and view it more as a massage. You're not doing these crazy jellics that I read about where one guy was talking about how like, yo, he's like, yeah, man, I basically like, he was jellicing with the clamp on and trying to stay hard the whole time. I'm like, what are you doing? That's a great way to get fibrosis. But I digress. Not here to talk about that right now, right? Just again, if you do these different things for a better seal, you want to make sure you have the warm up, the warm down post workout as well is always something that I always talk about. But you want to make sure you have that warm up to basically get you expanding to the max, right? You want to make sure you get that max expansion, and then from there you will progress to getting into the cylinder. I always recommend going in erect. I do not believe in going in flaccid because I'm like, really, what are you looking for? More flaccid gains? I'm looking for more erect gains. And when it comes to pumping, I believe that the pressure that you should put on to your penis should be the same pressure it should be feeling when your balls deep in that good, delicious pussy, right? So that's kind of what I try to emulate when I'm in the cylinder, and that's what's led to me making gains over the past couple of years, right? Combine that with obviously clamping, jellicing, all that kind of good stuff. That and I mean another factor that plays into it is like a good diet. If you don't diet well, man, fuck. Like the bad diet, if you're obese, if you're overweight, you should probably take care of that first. In itself will increase the circulation, lead to your penis being bigger. But obviously you don't want to get to that starvation state either, like I was when I was doing my competition, because I lost a little bit of girth just due to poor circulation. I have never experimented that in my life, but that's something we could talk about in another episode. Anyways, I hope I've answered the questions or some of the questions that I've gotten in the DMs. I'm basically going to do these short form. I guess it's not short form. I do podcasts like this all the time, but I just wanted to put that out there so that you guys can have, well, basically, I just want to go over the questions that I get and maybe put out as many as I possibly can in this format, because if one guy's asking, there's probably other guys that are thinking the same thing. So again, keep hitting me up, keep asking me questions, and I will do my best to answer it here and in private as quickly as I can, and we'll just go from there. Again, if you want to lose weight, get in shape, get your slong on long. If you want to get it bigger, be sure to click on the link for the Epic Extender, which is in the description. Support the show, all that good stuff. Love you guys. Take care. And again, don't watch that porn, man. It's going to rot your mind, baby. All right. That's it for this episode.